Welcome guys, we're back. We've been MIA for a little bit, but now we're back with two new things we wanted to share with you. One, we created a Facebook page, Facebook group. It's called Owner Operator Forum. Yep. And the reason for that is we wanted to simplify your communication with us. If you guys are interested in joining, look out for the link in the description. And the reason being, we want to create a community and also have you guys have better access to us. We're extremely busy with what's happening here, and we need to simplify our means of communication. So if you guys are interested, look it up. It's launching within the next week, and we would like to invite you to join us and interact. Let us know what we can do better, how we can help better, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you very much. Keep looking for new content. Welcome to Truckyoo Podcast. My name's Sebastian.
My name's Jose, guys.
We're back. How are you doing?
Good, man. Glad to be back. It was definitely a long break.
It was a long break
for both of us.
For both of us. Do you want to touch on what's been happening with us?
With myself, I had a surgery, minor surgery, appendix got inflamed, so that was removed.
Yeah. You feeling good?
A lot better, yeah.
Good.
Horrible pain.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I haven't had a problem with that, but I can imagine it sucks. Any surgery to me is like, ugh.
Yeah, dude, it was like really hard. I couldn't even walk, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it was that bad. Like even walking from the car to the ER, it was like horrible. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, going there. What about after, like post surgery?
Oh no, that was a lot smoother.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about yourself? You've been roaming around?
I've been roaming around. I needed to gain a little bit of perspective on what we're doing, rethink some of the things, and got some fresh ideas. Took my kids on a trip.
Finally got to do that road trip?
Yeah, the road trip we were planning. We planned a road trip and then we canceled it because of COVID last year. And my kids were like, hey, well, how about we do the road trip right now? So yeah, it's been fun. It's like I flew in after like 2 weeks and then I went back for another week. So
and then I believe you got caught down there in Texas, no?
For a flood? I did. It was so bad. Well, that was when I was living out of Austin.
No, it was like power went out, everything went out. Right?
Yeah. So we got literally frozen in the house, meaning we were lucky to have power, but everything else, pipes, water, everything stopped. Some friends didn't have electricity at all, and it was like so bad. It was like the worst ever. And then we learn how you take it for granted when you have everything working and out in the house, and it's been fun. But so what I would like to talk about today is, and I feel like it's an on-time topic. That's something we could expand on. Is it the right time to buy a truck right now? I've been thinking about it for a long time. I've been getting hit a lot. And I mean a lot. Like probably an email a day is a lot to me when we're getting messages, and it's just more. Sometimes even 2 a day. Constantly hey, could you help? And I really would like to help. That's why you created a Facebook group, Owner Operator Forum, because I feel like I don't have, between running my companies, I don't have time
to get back to everybody.
Yeah. Because I feel like if it's in one place and we can actually simplify it and share it between you and me, and then now have people help out with this, and each other, the community can help out, it's going to be a lot better. So the topic today is this the right time to pull the trigger right now? Should I buy? And then we'll give you some tips at the end of the video to what to look out for, because it's a little bit, different market than what you would usually see. I mean, what would usually see, it's still due diligence and homework is important in all this. But yeah, we do have new things in the studio, new lighting, new setups. We're testing some stuff to see what works.
New camera going on.
Let us know. Yeah, let us know how you like what's happening. We have boys over there working. It's morning, so you're gonna get background noise. But
we shouldn't with that compressor.
Oh yeah.
Should be a lot better.
There's a vlog we're gonna publish on Wednesday. That's we'll see, you guys will see. We got a nice compressor. Okay, let's talk about, is it the right time? That's a question I've been asked a lot right now. And let's talk about 3 things first: market, freight market, truck market, and then what to look out for. So the freight market, have you been hearing about what's been happening in the freight market?
I have not.
No?
No.
How's your dad doing?
He's doing good, dude. He's running like 5 days, sometimes 6 if he wants. There's 6 days available for him, obviously, but he'll do 5 days and that's it. But he's busy.
Yeah, and that's been the case with us. The difference is there is freight almost everywhere. But then, like in my case, it's a little bit different because I'm on a contracted. But like if you're doing load boards, we do load boards as well. And I've talked to my planner. He's like, man, like drivers don't want to come off. That's how good they're doing right now. And so it definitely good times for freight, right? I brought some rates for March. Average rates for driving are $2.66. So it's been on an upward trend. January was $2.36 and March was $2.66. 30 cents difference on average. Flatbed is $2.76 for March, and it was in January $2.49, which was still good. It's still upward trend, which is crazy because the freight market, anywhere you look, there's just a lot of freight, and it doesn't seem to slow down. It has a little bit of kind of a pause through Easter, but then it just goes right back up.
So you said $2.76 for flatbed and $2.66 for dry van.
Yeah.
Are those 10 cents worth the risk? Like, doing the coils, all that. I mean, I know the market's going to go up and down.
That's a good question. I feel like that's a topic of what mode should I decide to do, or what mode I would want to have a flatbed and a drive-in owner up. We could talk about it. That's a good question. I don't know if it is. It is an average, so you still have to take into consideration. There's a lot. The flatbed rate is usually a lot higher. Yeah. Which reefer is $2.94 for March. That's good. That's pretty good. And then you have January for reefer was $2.61, and that's also a lot higher because of the reefer rates are always higher. But what's interesting with the freight market is the radius. There's no more OTR. Yes, I think part of it is already moving to contracted intermodal container, domestic and international, because there's just so much freight that the shippers are trying to figure out a way to get some kind of stability in the market. So intermodal rates are going up too, because now they can, and then it's also
so it's a good thing for everybody across the board.
Right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a little slower, I feel like, for containers though, for domestic.
Okay.
For a lot of the contracts are getting renegotiated, and what I've been seeing is the trends are also the contracts are not getting, like it used to be a year. It's still a year, but some of them it's shortening.
Okay.
Because of the unknown and volatility of the market. So
do 6 months or so.
Yeah, which is the whole thing. Is it's good for carriers. It's good for owner ops and carriers. That's how it should be. So number 2. So okay, freight market is good, right? So number 2, truck market. We've talked about it a few times. So.
We definitely talked about it a few times. We've been looking up trucks. Definitely, prices went up a lot.
Yeah,
it's what percentage would you say? D13. Let's say the D13s that we were looking at last year.
20%, 25%, something like that. But that's my gut. I might be wrong. I feel like we're buying right now. I did tell you.
You did tell me, yeah.
I'm buying 10 D13s, and the prices are higher than what I would normally pay. But there's nothing else, and we're at a point where we need to swap a decent amount of trucks in our fleet. But I'm not gonna go buy individually 10 trucks. I got a good price for D13s, and we pulled the trigger. And I did tell you we got them right. It's already. Yeah. They're gonna. The three are coming next week. So
okay, nice. So next week we're gonna be busy.
Actually. Yeah, and we'll shoot some videos on what we bought. But we're still busy. We are hiring techs, so contact us if you're in Chicago area and looking for a good place to work. Yeah,
guys, and if you do come,
guys and
leave
girls,
your phone number. Yep.
Girls, I would say, yeah, if you like wrenching on trucks, please stop by.
We had a guy the other day. Remember, knowledgeable guy, but. Yeah. I don't know, for some reason we missed his contact info.
Yeah.
We did give him our info, I believe.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're interested, stop by. Rick's gonna talk to you, and we'll talk, well, everybody talks to us. But anyway, so truck market, slim, high prices for sure. And the reason, because the availability of used trucks, it's a lot harder to find it's just they're not there right now. It's not as easy as it used to be. They're there, but now you really have limited stock, I would say. Is that the proper way to say it?
Yeah, that'd be a perfect one right there. I don't know. Like the other day, I went to check out a truck with one of my buddies. He was a 06 Freightliner with 14 liter, 900,000 miles. It was a car hauler, and he ended up going through with the deal. He got it for $7,000. It's not bad, but I did tell him, like, dude, you know, at that mileage, these Detroits like to blow head gaskets, whatnot. But he's like, hey, he's up for it for the money he paid for it.
Yeah.
As long as as long as I get a good solid month and a half out of it, that's it.
But for what freight?
Oh, it's just doing 20s and 40s, so domestic.
Yeah. Then
just crosstown, so
yeah,
nothing crazy.
Yeah. So higher prices. Limited capacity. The new trucks are coming out slower because of the chip shortage. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was going on for what, like a week, roughly,
because of the canal bottleneck. But that's slowing things, the used truck market. And so what that's doing is fleets are holding the trucks longer, and you know what that comes with, right? As far as, well, let's just keep it as long as we can now. But we're going to dump it in another half a year to a year.
Let's keep it as long as we can and do it as least as possible on it.
Yeah. So that's something I've been seeing. You know, looking at units, multiple units, fleets selling, is the quality of used trucks isn't
really there, right?
Isn't there as like it's been before. The best time to buy is when we started refreshing all the ones in the beginning of last year.
I'd say August, right?
It's been
July, right?
Yeah. No, even remember I bought the first batch coming right out of lockdown in April. It was like
those white ones?
The blue ones. The first batch I bought was in April, beginning of May, which was like still we're coming out of, and everybody's like, well, we didn't know, the market was still slow. And then I got couple more deals, and then the white ones, I totally forgot about them.
The white ones was probably which ones would you say was the best deal that you got?
Yes, that was
the white ones, right?
You think so?
Mileage wise,
I think the baby blue ones were
the Tidewater
good ones. Yeah. That was a good one. The white ones were good because they were low mileage.
Yeah, and we really haven't had any issues with those though, like major issues. Well, we have one right now.
But it's typical emissions. But yeah, so new trucks are not coming in. It's slowing everything down. So what do you do now when you're trying to buy? I'm buying a truck. I decided to buy a truck. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about the tips on the things that we have red flags podcast videos. We have a lot of that. So the homework is everything that we've been talking about still stands, right? We need to do a lot of homework. Don't just jump into the first one. And that's what I forgot to tell you. I've been approached a lot of times, and everybody's impatient. You know,
the market's not cash ready. I'm ready to buy.
Yeah. The market's not going to go anywhere for a little bit, at least for a year. Now that's raising another question: what's going to happen after this? But I don't want to go there right now. The impatience is what's going to get some people in trouble. And I've seen we have owner ops. I want to make sure they do the best they can to have a good truck, and I know some guys that pull the trigger on trucks and didn't work out. Having issues right off the bat.
Yeah, not doing your research. Just pulling the trigger because it's a newer truck, nicer.
It looks nice.
It looks nice, yeah.
So what can we do? Well, I would say open up your searches to probably national listings. I wouldn't stay local.
Like a 150-mile radius, open it up. Yeah.
And those hubs were like Atlanta and Chicago. There's a big turnover of trucks, and there's a lot more people looking for trucks. So finding out, I feel like, in areas that are not as crazy, or even looking at the entire U.S. would be a lot better, and willing to spend that couple $100 to go and check it out than regret it later on.
And then also, if you take that ride out there, chances are you're going to get something with less rust. Who knows what region you pick it up in.
That's also, the ones I bought are...
Those are coming from where?
From up Minnesota.
Okay.
So
you picked up some
rust
trucks, buckets?
So they're not, no, they're not rusted, but like you see the axles, like it's a lot more obvious.
Yeah.
But that's a good point. So that's one thing. Two, the reasons why they're buying, and I have with Jack, the episode with Jack before we took a break was about how he bought the truck. He did a lot of work, right?
He did
due diligence, how he prepped.
Dude, Jack was coming in like 9 o'clock ready. We were ready to close. He's like, dude, I got this truck for a pre-purchase.
Yeah.
Can you guys really check it out for me last minute? I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, this guy did his research like crazy, spreadsheets, everything.
Yeah. And just find a happy medium between that, and not everybody's gonna have time to do that. And he didn't. He really did it like weekends and nights because he works. So he worked full time. So, what to look out for? I would say people asking a lot for junk, right? Because the market is good. There's gonna be a lot of junk trucks that are like, oh well, is this really worth it? No. Now than ever, your skills around looking around the truck and looking, at separate components individually, knowing what it's going to cost you, will pay off better than anything right now, because the prices are higher, and the leasing companies also are increasing a little
their
bit.
rates.
Yeah. So I've driven by a used truck guy, and the guy usually has like 15 to 30 trucks on the lot. Well, 2 in there. And he's changing his inventory quite, like he's doing a good job, but like I've never seen it that low.
Or is the guy going out of business?
I thought that. Yeah,
I
thought about it like twice. I saw it. One, it was 18. It was the same thing. The lot was empty, and I was like, he's probably going up. No, and he just kept buying. And
no
then,
kidding.
Yeah, and then now I did the same thing, and he's like down to 2.
That's great. That's good for him.
Yeah, that's very good for him. So back to the tips. Make sure that you're sharpen your radar and your skills around looking at trucks. And then obviously the most expensive is going to be emissions, because the emissions will cost the most, right?
They will.
And we have to figure out a way to come up with something to help guys with going into looking into truck, like we did every video about buying a truck that we have. The D13 Volvo we were buying for us was how to look at the emissions and what can you visually look at, right? So we can link it in the video. But the prices, don't get yourself in a high in an expensive truck, because what I've been hearing a lot, I can tell you right now, like a lot of those financing deals that people are doing, the owners are doing, I know, are like $3,000 a month. Yeah.
Truck and trailer?
No, just truck.
Just truck?
Mm-hmm. And they're not new trucks too.
Dude, that's way too much.
Well, which comes down to your credit score and everything else that we've been talking about. But it's like, I know the market's hot, but it's not going to be.
No way, not for that kind of money.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. It still doesn't mean you should buy an expensive truck. And I haven't been seeing anything better than $2,000. Like $2,000. Somebody's like, "Hey, I got this awesome deal. It's $2,000 a month." Oh no, it's $600 a week. I'm like, dude, that's $2,400 a month.
That's right? Crazy, dude. That's
a new truck payment.
Yeah.
But with, I don't know how dealerships are doing. I have to check in on how they're doing. But that's something that I would really. I just went somewhere else with that for a second. But the pricing and the deal. Definitely read the fine print, the small. Like what happens if the truck breaks down, or what can you do? What's your backup plan, right? Or you bought a pack car or something, and then all of a sudden you have issues and the truck is down. That's another thing. I knew somebody that bought a truck, drove for 3 weeks, and then it's 2 weeks in the shop right now. And there's nothing that they're going to do. They're not giving him a replacement truck, so he's back driving as a driver.
As a driver.
Yeah.
And he still has to do the payment on it, obviously.
Yeah.
But he bought a pack car, right?
So analyze the deals. I'm not going to comment on that. Analyze the deals and look out for those high prices. So what can you do to find a good truck? Again, expand the search and just search harder than you would usually would. Usually people just don't really, I don't feel like, are looking harder, unless you have a source that you trust. And there's a lot of good, like,
reputable dealers.
Yeah. I will always say I-294, if hit them up. Gliders, yeah, they're specializing in that. Now they're starting, I'm gonna ask Paulie to come over, but they're going into Cascadias and
with those automatic
trucks.
transmissions,
Yeah.
right?
There's just the market for gliders is just so dry. There's nothing else. And like there's nothing coming. There's nothing, and if
whatever's
they are,
out there,
they're like really
expensive.
Really, yeah. For what they are, if somebody's selling them, they're not. It's just like, well, I don't know. I was looking for gliders at some point too, because I'm thinking, right, well, I would like to create something around that, which I'll talk to you a little bit better, but I couldn't find anything. I got a lead on something, and it just didn't. They weren't worth it.
It wasn't adding up.
No.
Reasonable price, right?
No, it's like double. It was double. But if somebody bought it, that's great. I wouldn't do it. So remember, expand the search, dig deeper, do a lot more homework, and check the sources you're buying from. The reasons the guys are selling, if you're buying from a individual or an owner up, and keep looking for things.
As always, pre-purchase inspection.
And pre-purchase inspections.
That's a must for sure.
Yeah, we do pre-purchase inspections. We have our one of our techs is a mobile tech, and if you guys schedule it with us, Rick will schedule it for you, and he can travel even, right? We've done that multiple times. So yeah, if you guys are interested, hit us up. But that's pretty much it. I think it's to recap really quick. Market's there for sure. Truck market availability is limited, so do a lot more homework.
Yeah.
Focus on expanding. Be open to travel.
Also, what I believe would help out an individual, yes, obviously you're open up to all the makes and models out there, but make it easier on yourself. Bring it down to 2: Freightliner, Volvo, Kenworth, or Peterbilt, etc. Learn those. Do your research on that.
Yeah.
Engines, keep them down to 2. Not just go out there searching.
To look at anything.
Exactly.
That's a good point, man. That's a really good point. I like it.
And then just visualize. Just do your research. Common leaks, common failures, and then this way, common components that are replaced. You can go out there and just take a quick look yourself.
Which is what Jack did with the D12.
Yeah, he. Oh man, that guy already knew. Look at the bottom of the floor, rust.
He knew everything about D12s, which was
oil
a
leaks,
good move on his part. But that's a very good point. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah. Anything else you want to add? I'm excited for our Facebook group. Thank you guys for submitting any questions. The way we're gonna do it is probably but the Facebook is gonna be where we're gonna live. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Look, this owner operator forum. Look it up on Facebook. We're gonna launch it within the next week. We have a lot of things coming down the pipe, and we're gonna do also a lot more how-tos.
Yeah, so, definitely. So any how-tos that you guys want to see, drop them down in the comments, or now that we got the forum, drop it down over there.
In the forum, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, share, and we'll talk to you soon. Welcome guys, we're back. We've been MIA for a little bit, but now we're back with two new things we wanted to share with you. One, we created a Facebook page, Facebook group. It's called Owner Operator Forum. Yep. And the reason for that is we wanted to simplify your communication with us. If you guys are interested in joining, look up for the link in the description. And the reason being, we want to create a community and also have you guys have better access to us. We're extremely busy with what's happening here, and we need to simplify our means of communication. So if you guys are interested, look it up. It's launching within the next week, and we would like to invite you to join us and interact. Let us know what we can do better, how we can help better, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you very much. Keep looking for new content.